Good evening, everyone. William in here at 1799. Glad you could come around. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. I want to hear some good comments too. And I'm going to be honest with you. Really. I left the Democratic Party 35, 40 years ago. Just watching them here in my state of New Jersey, and just watching them in Washington, and how they treat people, how they conduct themselves. They promise you one thing and lie to another, and they're constantly attacking your rights and your freedoms and making up bogus stories that are not even true. Starting proxy wars, arming our enemies. It just never ended, did it? I got tired of being lied to. I just got tired of them using me. The Democrats have been riding on this gravy train for decades and decades and decades. And it is fueled off of the backs of hardworking Americans. These are the modern day carpetbaggers. Can't argue about that. Now this train has come to a halt. And yes, they are very angry. Very, very angry. They hate the administration. They hate this. They hate that. They have to expose where their money is coming from. Never ends, does it? Your money, my money. How they just squander it away, just didn't really care. And yet the sad part about the whole thing is that they sit there and they lie to you. Just like they lied about Russia collusion and the Mueller report and the Ukraine phone call and January 6th and all that stuff. The Democrats have never changed. They're the old Confederacy, in my opinion. But let's understand something here. That border could have been closed off any time. They didn't need Biden to do it. They could have pushed Biden to do it. They didn't want to. They didn't care about the drugs coming in this country. They didn't care about the people dying. Oh, they'll tell you they are. Oh, they'll sit there and they'll stand behind the podium with their $400 suits on, wrap themselves around the American flag, and tell you how they're going to do all these things and straighten all these things out. But it's just nothing but a lie. Nothing changes here, neither. When you look at the drug cartels, how powerful they are, where they get their weapons, where they get their equipment. The same place the Mexican government gets it, overseas. And where they got all these weapons from? Well, they blame us. But they also bring their own drugs and their own weapons across that border somehow. And they'll do it. And they have done it. Meanwhile, more Americans are dying from fentanyl or rape, robbery, murder, home invasions, contract killings, you name it. And where are the Democrats in all this? Tom Homan has got his hands so frustrated because they're literally trying to keep him from doing his job. The Constitution is very clear when it comes to immigration. But the states are willing to stand against the federal government and Tom Homan and the Trump administration. They'd rather sit there and cry about gun control and turn around and tell you, the people, you're MAGA, you're the white extremists, you're this, you're that. But it's not just us. There's many, many Americans out there that own firearms too. See, Democrats love to play sides. They love to play the divide game. We'll divide the people up by race, and then we'll split them up politically and con them into voting us in office, giving us money so we can keep going. And the sad part of irony is more people die. They'd rather strip you of your constitutional rights and tell the world that you are a threat, while the Democrats buddy up to China, Russia, give money to Iran for their terrorist acts, what they do over that country, and go after Israel and smile at North Korea. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. But the Democrat loyalists and these people, the rainbow and the wokeness and, constant nonsense about allowing children to change their gender because for some reason they're blinded into that mess. And the parents want to sit there and say no. And these Democratic-controlled states will sit there and tell you no, that we know what's best for your children. You don't. You have an idea. And all this money supplied by USAID is unbelievable. China would love this country to be disarmed. Russia would love to see this country disarmed. Iran would love to see the country disarmed. North Korea. And our own democratic country. Our own Democrats in these industries. They don't care. All they care about is what's coming over that border. For some reason, there's more to it. I guess when money's involved, all bets are off. Take a look at these Mexican drug cartels. I've seen videos how well equipped they are. I mean, they're not just, a couple of hooligans wearing some mask in it. These guys are as well equipped as Hezbollah, if not better equipped than Hezbollah. I don't get it. They attack our agents on the border, and they too want to see Americans disarmed. So when you sum it all up, are the Democrat Party really for you? They don't want nobody to know about all the money's been missing. They don't want you to know that ASID is secretly also handing money to some of these anti-gun organizations under the table that we have no idea about, on top of the money that they're getting on these huge bills that Congress puts out there, 15, 17, 2,400 pages, and in there is gun control money. But not to mention, USAID is also supplying money under the table for these gun organizations, or anti-gun organizations, I would say, and then turn right around, it's like they're laundering this stuff. And as far as Democrats, they don't want that war in Ukraine to end. There's money involved. And they want to tie Israel's hands so they can't defeat the Hamas. And people support this organization. They support them. They'll harbor fugitives. These are the new Confederate States. This is the new Confederate States. This is the new old Confederacy, I would say. Where they thumb their nose up about the Constitution. They thumb their nose up about the Bill of Rights. According to them, the Constitution is old, needs to be removed. The Bill of Rights does not come from a document or God or those who shed blood for it. It comes from them. They decide what your freedoms are. They decide what your rights are. In their mind, nobody should own a firearm. This is some very, very strange times, but yet predictable. They want to fight this administration every way they can. And they sure as hell don't want that war to end in Ukraine. People, you need to get real. These people are just taking money and stuffing it in their pockets, stuffing it in their bank accounts. Pretty damn bad. You can go up there with a couple $1,000s, come out and they become multi-millionaires. And then turn around and tell you, we're for you. We're here to help you. We're here to work for you. Ronald Reagan was very clear about one thing. Big government is not the answer. Big government is the problem. And when you got people coming to work but don't even show up for work, and yet they're getting a blank check. And we're busting our backsides out here just to keep a roof over our head, being taxed beyond our means. And they can't even balance a budget. We lose our jobs, we lose this, we lose that. Everything goes overseas. They're all happy with that. They have no problem with other countries abusing our system. They have no problem disarming you, the American people. You should not have a right to defend yourselves against these cartels and these drug dealers and these murderers and rapists. You have no right to do that. What do you need a firearm for? What do you need to carry a firearm for? That's the problem here. They make it as if you support this country. You get up every morning, you take a shower, breakfast, kiss your wife, children, off to school, go to work. Come home, pay your taxes, do your business. You're a threat. You're white supremacy. You own a firearm. And we need to tell all these people, the black Americans, the Asian Americans, Native Americans, Indian Americans, all these people, we need to divide them up so they fight amongst each other. Meanwhile, we have a gravy train going. And we're getting that money from these people to fuel it. You need to stop and think, people. You really need to stop where your problem really is, and that's that Democratic nonsense up there. Do you want to end all this? Or you want the drug cartels to come in this country and take full power? You have a Mexican government that's come in and sue your manufacturers out of business with the help of all these Democrat-controlled states and AGs. They want to control this state. They want to control this country. And these Democrats have no problem with that. You cut off their money and line down, they want to fight everybody. Because you now stopped that gravy train they've been on. That money's not flowing. We want to stop it. I'll end this way. Get yourself trained, carry a firearm, and protect yourself. You see something strange, you report it. Till then, you take care. And think twice. Think of what these Doge is trying to do here. And don't be lied to no more. You take care.